If you want to really change the entire industry, you have to be in a position to make bold decisions. And I think this is pretty much what Harlem stands for. If you are within the right group of people, then you can process faster. They are very motivated to have the biggest impact into the market possibly imaginable. They want change, I want change, and this is just a very good combination.
I think for me the main thing I've always followed in my career is having the best equipment, and I think that's a continuation and something that I see the future with Harlem as having some of the best equipment on the market. I just really wanted to be involved with products, build something on a long-term project, along with carrying on working with Ralf on designs.
Working with Aaron is one of the most important things I have experienced in my career.
And the relationship we have is it's just based on the feeling, having a very similar understanding of how a kite works, how it should feel.
The Harlem Thrive is made for literally 90% of the riders out there. It's the synergy from everything I've done in my career, in my life, from being at the sewing machine when I was 14 until today. I teach myself computer-aided design with the age of 16. So for me, designing something which flies is just in a certain way effortless. It's the kite which in my career puts all these bits and pieces together in the perfect way and also starts a new era, a new chapter in kite designing in general. When I managed to put the ProWeld technology together, I knew that everything is going to change and everything is basically just the starting point from there onwards. The ProWeld technology, it takes a material, a woven fabric, a Dacron, and convert it into something which is in the perfect balance between diagonal stiffness, but still being soft enough to have a good feedback. Because if it's too harsh, then it's just like not comfortable anymore and it doesn't feel safe. So the combination of a stiff canopy, which gives you this sheeting, like sheet and go ability, and also like this very nice depower ability, plus having a leading edge frame, which is still soft in certain areas to make the kite round and turning, is the best combination I've ever had so far.
So you're able to get a very stiff frame with the ProWeld technology, but the Dacron still gives you a bit of a dampening feel. It takes a little bit of the aggression out of the gusts and so on.
Especially when it comes to the canopy material, it is super light. It's extremely crisp, which means that the shape like snaps into place. And this gives you very compact flying sensation. You are feeling extremely connected to the kite. And that is very positive if you are trying to push your limits, like going into a move, you know exactly what the kite is doing. But on the other side, it just gives you the positive feedback to feel secure.
You pull the bar in, you almost feel the kite snap into position and just like gain its performance.
And I'm extremely proud to talk about the struts because this is something which not really has been done before. It's a one-sided mylar. So it's actually like the canopy, but with an inside film. It reduces the bias elongation literally to zero. And that means you have the overall lightness and properties of the ripstop material, but it does not flex 45 degrees. Let's assume this material would be extremely soft. Then it would deform on certain points. This material is like a block. So it follows my aerodynamical attention. So whenever you sheet out, the profile still remains as I have intended it to be. And that means it converts into crazy upwind abilities, jumping abilities, vertical jumping abilities. When looking at the product, using the digital printing approach, everyone who has seen these kites on the beach will understand that this is just a new standard. It's a new era in kite surfing. But on top of it, it is also more sustainable. In Brainchild, we are all about new supply chains. We are running on solar power. We are using webbings made in Germany from rPET. We are using yarn from Germany, making from recycled materials. We are using this eco-solvent print technology. We are using partially bio-based bladders. We are recycling parts. The accessories are actually 98% from recycled fabrics. We're using wood instead of plastic. So everything combined, my favorite sentence, the sum of all the variables makes the difference.
It's the combination of the bar and the kite together that makes the package what it is.
The way how it depowers, how the floaters are actually bending, how are the lines responding, most important, start with, of course. And this is just, again, next level. I'm 100% sure this is going to be the industry standard for the next years.
We always start our sessions when we're testing with stretching lines. I would say near to 0%, they're usually correct. So I think that's been a major advancement, to be able to spec a set of lines that aren't having like shrinking or stretching properties. In combined, yeah, it's like, it just feels like a low drag setup, you know, thick lines.
It's a low drag setup, but the safety margin is twice as high. The braking load is basically double from what we have been knowing in the past, but also, as I said, from other brands. The Harlem Stride is so compact and intuitive, easy to ride, that it literally needs no adaptation time to get the best out of it. So it's a great companion. It's something which I think I personally like to ride, which does everything to me to ensure that I'm coming from the water with a big smile on my face.